Welcome back to another episode of Positive Solutions for Life. I'm your host, Peggy Meyer. Today, we're leaning into something a little unexpected, a little playful, and honestly, something we don't always take serious enough in our lives. And that is laughter. Because today is April Fool's Day. So happy April Fool's Day to you, no matter where you are in the world. Now, before you start wondering if this entire episode is one big prank, I promise it's not. But what is real is the powerful lesson hidden inside a day that's all about jokes, tricks, and a little bit of mischief so that we can use every day of our lives. So let's dive in. But first, I want to uncover what is April Fool's Day really? April Fool's Day is celebrated every year on April 1st. It is the unofficial holiday dedicated to harmless pranks, jokes, and playful deception. It's the one day where being a little silly is not only accepted, it's expected. The goal? To trick someone into believing something just for a moment and then reveal the truth with a laugh and a cheerful April Fools, right? How many of you have done those before? Did a little prank, did a little something. I know I have made cauliflower look like mashed potatoes and like food kind of substitutes, some little jokes, trying to just do that. So I would love to hear what you have planned for April Fools and what is your April Fool's Day favorite moment. But in reality, let's get underneath the jokes because there's something deeper. April Fool's Day is about breaking routines, letting go of seriousness, and remembering not to take life so heavy. So here's a little history. Let's give a little history behind the day first before we get started into some lessons. The truth is, no one really knows exactly how April Fool's Day began. But here's a few fascinating theories. One of the most popular traces back to the 16th century France, where Pope Gregory the 13th introduced the Gregorian calendar in 1582. New Year's Day officially moved from April 1st to January 1st, but not everybody got the memo. Those who continued celebrating, New Year's Day in late March and early April were teased and labeled April Fools. Other theories connect the day to ancient Roman festivals like Hilaria, a celebration filled with disguises and mockery, or even nature itself, where unpredictable spring weather fools us into thinking winter is over. And boy, have we had some summer days already in March. So I don't know. What is the weather, Mother Nature going to, have in store for us for April? I know it has snowed mid-April here in the middle of the US before. So from the very beginning, this day has always been about unpredictability, humor, and a little bit of surprise. So this just doesn't happen in the US, and just as we had from history, from France um, and around, you know, Europe and things like that, other traditions around the world from different cultures have their own spin on the fun of April Fool's Day. In France, children sneak up and put paper fish onto people's backs. That's interesting. In Scotland, it used to be a 2-day event filled with fake errands and playful tricks. In Ireland, people were sent on wild goose chases with notes saying, "Send the fool further." And here in the US, we see everything from simple pranks to elaborate fake news stories. Even major companies and media outlets join in, sometimes blurring the line between truth and fiction just enough to make us pause. But here's the real question. What does any of this have to do with our life? Because this isn't just about pranks, it's about perspective. So, what are some lessons, life lessons, that are hidden in April Fool's Day? Well, let's unpack five that I have found that are, kind of powerful that you can use not just today, but every day of your life. The first one, lighten up, because our soul needs it. We all need it. Lighten up. We live in a world that is constantly pushes seriousness, productivity, and pressure. But laughter is actually healing. Laughter reduces stress, shifts our mindset, and reminds us that joy is still available, even in the middle of chaos. So, what if today, or any day, every day, you gave yourself permission to lighten up and be a little more playful? I know I need this one. I need to lighten up and I need to take life less seriously and be more playful. How about number two? Number two takeaway, connection happens through shared joy. Think about the last time you laughed with someone, not at them, but with them. Laughing with someone creates a bond, a memory, a moment. April Fool's Day reminds us that connection doesn't always come through deep conversations. It can come through shared smiles, inside jokes, and lighthearted fun. You know it. You've had some moments like this with some of your friends and family, and I know we can all share a laugh with somebody. And number three, not everything is what it seems. This might be the most important lesson of all. April Fools teaches us to pause and ask, is this actually true? In today's world where information is everywhere and AI is running the show, this is a critical skill. April Fools teaches us not to believe everything at face value. We need to check the source. We need to slow down our reaction and our responses because not everything we see or hear is true. We need to dig a little deeper, get the bigger perspective, and really check in. Is this the truth? Because really being able to discern the validity, the truth of something is a form of wisdom. And we all need to grow in that. Number four, kindness still matters, even in humor. A good prank should leave everyone laughing, not embarrassed, not hurt, not excluded, but everyone can get in on the laughter with each other. Because there's a difference between humor that connects and humor that wounds. Humor that wounds is more like sarcasm, and that doesn't help everyone. So, whether it's today or any day, choose a laughter that lifts people up. Choose to be kind in your fun so that you're all laughing with each other and you can create a memory, a moment of shared joy. And the last one, the fifth one, being playful, actually bring playfulness back into your life. When did we decide that being grown up meant being serious all the time? Somewhere along the way, we traded wonder for routine, creativity for structure, joy for responsibility. But the truth is, we don't have to lose our sense of play to live a meaningful life. Often, it's the missing piece. So, where in your life can you bring back a sense of play? Maybe it's being silly with the kids, or trying new jokes, blowing bubbles when you're stopped at a stop sign or a stoplight, or engaging in a creative project or a hobby. just for fun. Whatever it is for you, play can bring more joy and meaning back into your life. So, a simple challenge for you today, and actually every day, is instead of focusing on tricking someone, try to make someone laugh. Do something unexpected in a good way. Break your routine, or simply just don't take yourself so seriously. Because sometimes the biggest transformation doesn't come from working harder or being more productive. It comes from loosening your grip and laughing with others. So, April Fool's Day isn't just about being fooled. It's about remembering that life doesn't always have to be so rigid, so predictable, so serious. There's beauty in surprise, there's growth in perspective, and there's healing in laughter. So today, smile a little more, laugh a little louder, and maybe, just maybe, let life surprise you in the best way. So, thanks for tuning in to Positive Solutions for Life today. If this episode brought a smile to your face, please, please share it with someone who could use a little joy today or any day. And remember, sometimes the smartest thing you can do is to just be a little foolish and laugh. Have a great day.